Minister Narendra Modi has broken his silence and hit back at the opposition and an ecosystem of self-styled secularists which criticized him for visiting Chief Justice of India DY Chandrachud's residence for Ganesh Puja. The Prime Minister equated the opposition to the British, who he said also did not like Ganesh Puja. Listen in, viewers.
गणेश उत्सव खटकता था, आज भी समाज को बांटने और तोड़ने में लगे सत्ता के भूखे लोगों को गणेश पूजा से परेशानी हो रही है। आपने देखा होगा कांग्रेस और उसके इकोसिस्टम के लोग पिछले कुछ दिनों से इसलिए भड़के हुए हैं क्योंकि मैंने गणपति पूजन में हिस्सा लिया था। और तो और कर्नाटका में जहां इनकी सरकार है वहां तो इन लोगों ने और भी बड़ा अपराध किया। इन लोगों ने भगवान गणेश की प्रतिमा को ही सलाखों के पीछे डाल दिया। पूरा देश उन तस्वीरों से विचलित हो गया। ये नफरत भरी सोच, समाज में जहर घोलने की ये मानसिकता, ये हमारे देश के लिए बहुत खतरनाक है। इसलिए ऐसी नफरती ताकतों को हमें आगे नहीं बढ़ने देना है।
Well, viewers, this is the first response of the Prime Minister to the flurry of criticism. You know what has been said by the likes of Indira Jaising and the Congress and, of course, the Congress ecosystem and its allies. The BJP had earlier chosen to call out the opposition's hypocrisy, tweeting a photograph of then Chief Justice of India attending an iftar party hosted by the then Prime Minister, Dr. Manmohan Singh, at his residence, which was then called 7 Racecourse Road. And that picture is to the right of your screens, viewers. The photograph was evidence, claimed the BJP, that the opposition was singularly Hindu-phobic and therefore selective in its outrage. Because had this not been the case, the BJP asserted, it would also have found the ex-CJI and ex-PM Singh together at an iftar party problematic. It is true that no other Prime Minister has faced moral outrage at the level Modi has endured when he has partaken in religious rituals. In general, Hindus have been feeling apprehensive about freedoms they enjoy when it comes to marking their festivals. You'll all remember, viewers, the brouhaha, the Prime Minister's presence at the CJI's residence, then PM's presence at the Ayodhya Bhumi Pujan in 2020 and the inauguration of the Ram Mandir in 2024 that was heavily criticized. CM Mamata Banerjee's notification, if you remember, on August 23, 2017 ordered halt on Durga idol immersion for 24 hours on account of Muharram. There have been continuing and growing attacks on Hindu religious processions across states. Indeed, should Hindus surrender their right to celebrate their festivals and practice their faith in the interest of secularism? Is that what it has come down to? Let's ask that question. Let's go straight across to our guests. We're going to have a brisk debate tonight. I want to begin by asking, straight off the bat, Abhijit Iyer Mitra, what are we getting at here? You have problems with the PM participating in the Bhumi Pujan. You have a problem with Hindus taking processions out through the streets.
Yes. You see, this is the problem. They are basically anti-Hindu. There is nothing more or less to this. Because Hindu consolidation has happened, sure, it may have frayed a bit in the last election. Their attack is consistently on Hindus. Trust me when I say this, the Congress will achieve a BJP Hindu consolidation more than the BJP itself will achieve. And they are very consistent with this, you see. They are probably the BJP's best B team in doing this. What is the problem out here? We all saw the images of Justice Balakrishnan at Manmohan Singh's house for an iftar party. What was the problem with that? I believe my co-panelist Lokesh Jindal said, well, iftar party is different, you see. That is completely different, whatever. See, he's smiling also now. Glad to see you have a sense of humor, Lokesh. And now he's also laughing. Good. So what ends up happening, Rahul, you see, is that these celebrations, Durga Puja, Ganesh Chaturthi, they are not individual events that we celebrate at home. There are a lot of pujas we do at home. These are meant to be public gatherings because the more people that come in, the more blessings you are meant to get. The deity draws its power from the congregation of people.
Right.
Right. Now, when we hold this, this is apparently a big threat to the public order. Because, this is a continuation of the communal violence bill, because only a Hindu can be responsible when a religious riot breaks. It is the assumption of guilt on the part of the Hindu automatically. Therefore, this is not just the assumption of guilt. This is also the first step in deconstitutionalizing or unconstitutionalizing all Hindu festivals. This is number one. Number two, if they are so adamant about this, then why have they not expelled Manmohan Singh for having Justice Balakrishnan? He should be expelled from the primary membership of the party because he started the whole process.
Mr. Jindal on that. Mr. Jindal, would you like to respond?
Yes, certainly. Good evening, Rahul.
Good evening, sir.
Rahul, we have not understood the entire issue well. On 7th of May, 1997, the Supreme Court, in its full court, had adopted a charter that was named Restatement of Values of Judicial Life, whereby the first clause was that justice must not merely be done, but it must also be seen to be done. It categorically states any act of the judge of a Supreme Court or a High Court which erodes the credibility of this perception has to be avoided, even in the individual capacity. Now, when Justice Balakrishna is being invited to Iftar party, better sales would have been if he would have denied that invitation. And over here, we have the Chief Justice of India inviting the Prime Minister to his office. It's a complete erosion.
Mr. Jindal, why wasn't there such an outrage back then? Where was this ecosystem? Why was it quiet? Let me bring in Kamru Zaman Chaudhary. Yes, where was the outrage then? Manmohan Singh can give a red carpet to the CJI, let's do iftar together, break a fast, have fun. But if the Prime Minister attends a function which is done in full public glare, invited by the Chief Justice, there's a subversion of justice and all the other high principles that Mr. Jindal is talking about.
Well, whatever I'm going to say out here might be triggering to your viewers, some of your viewers, and to the panelists, particularly out here. Rahul, with Narendra Modi ji, there are serious trust issues, particularly with me and a lot of my people who think alike, and particularly on his secular credentials. There is a difference in Manmohan Singh ji and Narendra Modi ji. Right. Nobody uses his religious affiliations to garner the votes and appeal to his image as a Hindu Hriday Samrat more than his ecosystem wants to project himself, and crores are being spent on that. Now, coming to these issues out here, why this entire issue should not have been of any controversy. If Narendra Modi's photographers did not accompany him to the CJI's house residence, carried out some videos, photos, and then published it on his Twitter handle. Yeah. Because the CJI himself has not yet come out with a statement, which I believe he should have come out. Because we do not want another Ranjan Gogoi out here who is ruling on the basis of the faith.
Okay.
And not on
very quickly, Mr. Paswan. Respond, please.
No, Rahul, I think we are not here to seek any validation or any certificate on secularism with Mr. Chaudhary or anyone. Let me make this very clear. For the first time in the history of Jamia Millia Islamia University, there is a woman vice chancellor, Rahul. इनके समय हुआ था क्या? For the first time in the history of Aligarh Muslim University, there is a backward Muslim, Pasmanda Muslim vice chancellor. आपके टाइम पे हुआ था क्या? So within Muslims, if there is empowerment of the backward Muslim, you will have pain in your stomach. Within Muslim, if there is an empowerment of Muslim women, you will have some stomach ache. This is beyond my comprehension. You are under the pressure of radical Islamic fundamentalism. Let me make this very clear. Rahul, I have a very small quote that I have to read because the Prime Minister has a very strong message. Just 10 seconds.
Rahul, nothing
on
to do with Muslims.
18th May, I did not say. Suniye zara.
Because the
Kamruji, I don't have time, please. I have 30 seconds on the show, please. Let him finish his quote. I have to wrap up.
Prime Minister Modi has a very important point because 10 years ago, on May 18, 2014, the Guardian newspaper wrote this in the op-ed. Today, 18th May 2014, may well go down in history as the day when Britain finally left India. Narendra Modi's victory in the elections marked the end of a long era in which the structures of power that did not differ greatly from those through which Britain ruled the subcontinent. India under Congress party would a colonial vestige. You have to understand this, Rahul.
I'm wrapping this up, viewers. I'm wrapping this up. It's slightly unconclusive, this particular debate, but viewers, this is a complex issue and we can have more conversations about it in the days ahead. Draw this to a close. Anand Narasimhan coming up with the right stand.